Biojacked.
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock, you are dead wrong.
Hey guys, Valtor is still woken here. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about Black Clover. I figured I wanted to do something different today and talk about how Black Clover could be the next best thing right now. Since the manga is getting really good, and really good when it comes to the devil stuff. Now, I don't know if you keep been looking at Dante's Inferno or watching a lot of devil movies, but man, it's getting good. Since the plan in the manga is to sacrifice Yami and Vengeance in order to unlock the devil world, which is cool, but there are 7 layers which house the most powerful devils that are there. We don't know if the devils will be dukes, generals, or even the president of their own house. All we know is that each floor has a commanding leader, but we don't know if it's a general, duke, or a king of hell. I have my own list on who I think the devils could be. Now, according to the El Grand Grimoire, Baal or Beelzebub is the first king of hell who has 3 heads, a head of a man, a toad, and a cat. He teaches the art of invisibility, and he is part of the 7 princes of hell. Now, for the second devil that's on the list is Asmodeus. Now, Asmodeus is referred to as one of the 7 princes of hell, and his title is lust, the 7 deadly sin that is bestowed to man. Paimon is another Duke of Hell, where he is very obedient to Lucifer but houses thousands of demons under his control. He teaches art, science, and philosophy. Basically, Paimon is the intelligence devil but knows how to conjure and bind devils to his will. Zagon is the great king and president of hell who also commands 33 legions of demons. He has the power of creation by turning metal into gold or iron into blood. Agarus is a Duke of Hell and can causes earthquakes and teaches old languages. Now, he has the feat where he can destroy supernatural and temporals. So I am guessing, if I'm guessing this correctly, he can destroy cross dimensions? I guess? It's crazy how some of these demons may or may not be on the list, but their knowledge, strength, and wisdom is quite high. I'm like, damn, Yuki, like, I see my boy out here learning your demonology and shit. Like, boy, I got fucking see you, boy. But the one thing I can say is that the Black Clover arc is great. Black Clover arc is pretty great. The other demons who's on the list is Eligos, sorry. It's Eligos, is a Grand Duke of Hell who is described as a demon knight on a horse who was gifted by Beelzebub that was created from the remains of the horses of the Garden of Eden. And he knows all the secrets to war and can foresee the future. So, yeah, these demons are gonna be pretty broken if they be put on the Black Clover list of the 7 demons that's gonna be there in the layers. It's gonna be all over the place. Since Asta has the anti-magic devil inside of him, we don't know what will happen. Since Asta is supposed to die in the cause of everything, I'm throwing out my idea that Asta will be reborn as Astaroth, the Duke of Hell. But everyone in Black Clover has their last name except for Yuno and Asta, and I was thinking Asta's real name would be Astaroth. Because we don't know too much about Asta Devil, only that he wants revenge against the devils that betrayed him. And I'm guessing that a devil's incomplete form would be those who can use their power at either 80% or higher, but it's still incomplete. And if the person dies and becomes And if the person dies and becomes reborn, then they'll be complete. Even though the vice captain is going to teach Asta how to control his devil power and I guess make him stronger, we all know it's going to require more than just him teaching him. We all know this. Because I believe that low-ranking devils can easily be controlled, but since the vice captain's devil is a lot bigger but appears to be smaller, we don't know if the devil is a duke, is a Duke of Hell or just a very powerful devil. And also remember what Asta's devil said to him the first time when he awoken, that he will be having his body and will be taken over. We saw when Asta sacrificed his arm for more power, so I'm like, okay, is it possible that if Asta dies and B's reborn as Asta Rolf, would it be Asta that's in control, or would it be the devil? Or I could be wrong and Astaroth is the devil's real name, but I don't know. I think Black Clover has been great and I want more from it. But here's the scary thing about Black Clover. After when the devil arc is over, will it be dry? Because we do know there's hints about angels and gods. Which we all can't wait to see. And since Yuno is a prince of the Spade Kingdom, was he destined to have Lucifer or be used as a weapon for the devils? So there is a lot of speculation and a lot of mystery behind the Spade Kingdom and its devils, who sealed off the devil's world. Was it the angels, or maybe was it angels and witches? We don't know. So when the devil arc ends, we will know the truth, what really happened between Yuno and Asta, because I feel like this is Yuno's story, but Asta just happened to be in the mix of it all. But man, if we find out towards the end that Yuno was supposed to have Lucifer or be used as a weapon, that's gonna be sick, or like, Jesus, that's gonna be all over the place. You know what? Fuck it. I even do y'all one even better. What if Yuno was supposed to die instead of Asta? Like, I know, like Julia said, it was supposed to be Asta, but let's talk about this for a second. Yuno is already pissed off that his captain got taken away and is planning to be sacrificed, and the devils love hatred and despair. So what if Yuno dies either protecting Asta or dies and becomes a devil? Even though that's good, even though that would be crazy, now it would be crazy, but I see Yuno and Asta defeating Lucifer after when the arc is over. I see Yuno going over to the elf dimension and getting some sort of training from them. Since when the Eye of Midnight stuff was happening, he was unaffected by the takeover, and also he does have the 4-leaf grimoire and stuff, which was basically I guess like the former previous Wizard King and stuff, because that's the thing. We all know that the devil stuff is getting like really good and stuff. It's getting really good, because I don't want it to be like after when it's over, okay, they bring in like the angels and the god stuff, it becomes dry. That's what I don't want. I don't want it to be dry and it's just like, oh yeah, you know, they doing this and they doing that and stuff. Because what I think that like this whole like devil's arc is obviously is Asta's arc, right? It's nobody isn't like blind or confused. Like, this is basically Asta's arc, but it is throwing some shade that Yuno's parents was from the Spade Kingdom. So it's just like maybe they were sacrificed. Maybe Yuno was supposed to have like Lucifer and stuff. Because when you see Yuno's character, Yuno is kind of emotionless. He's very like emotionless and stuff. Now obviously when he was a child and stuff, like he was crying, you know, all these emotions. But when he got older, I don't know, like it seemed like he was emotionless. So it's like, was it possible that he was maybe a candidate to have like a devil? Like obviously maybe Lucifer. Like maybe Dante wasn't supposed to have Lucifer. Like maybe it was supposed to be Yuno, or maybe Yuno was supposed to have something. We don't know. It's like a lot of speculations and stuff. Now, once when Asta and Yuno fight against Lucifer, Lucifer might be dropping the ball. He might be spilling some beans and be like, yo, you were supposed to have me, not Dante. Dante trash. You were supposed to have me. And I was supposed to get the 4-leaf grimoire. We were supposed to do stuff. But hey, we gotta wait and see for that and stuff. But boy, like I said, Yuki Tabata, you gotta give it up for the boy. You gotta literally give it up for the boy, because this man has been sitting there collecting up all this knowledge, all this demon knowledge, grimoire knowledge, and just been like, okay, I'm gonna put this together. Because say what you want, that Asta is basically like Naruto, right? Now there are a lot of similarities between that. There's a lot of similarities, but it's a lot different when you look at the story and stuff. Hell, you can even argue that the devils is basically Jinjuriki. It's like anybody who housed the devil is basically in Jinjuriki. You can even throw that argument out. You can even throw that argument out and say that basically all of the people who house and host is like, the devils are basically Jinjuriki. You can say that, but I don't know, man. It's getting really good here, because now if Lucifer has his own grimoire, and let's just say like his own grimoire is the Codex Gigas, right? Because the Codex Gigas is basically the devil's Bible, right? And the devil wrote like this big ass book, I guess, within a night, because a preacher was trapped. Well, he was sealed, I guess, within a wall or whatever. But he told the guards that if he can write a book within a night, would they free him? Which they laughed, because they said, "This you can't." They knew it was impossible, and they knew he couldn't do it. So they said, "Okay, we'll do it." So I guess this preacher sold his soul to the devil, or made some sort of agreement with him, and the devil wrote everything about mankind, the history, and even devil history and stuff. And then in the page, like the page is like 300 pages, is 158 pounds, and the book is thick, like it's huge, And I was thinking that if Yuki was like looking into this and stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe like the devil's Bible, like maybe this could be Lucifer's grimoire, and it's just stupid, like, oh, it's just all over the place, like, oh my god. Or the devil's Bible could be probably used to maybe, like, I don't know, like finishing like the seal, or using it in a way that they can maybe bring out more devils into the world. I don't know. Like, this man could literally do anything. He could literally do anything and make it like completely good. Because I was thinking like, oh well, Devil's Style. Well, I'm not really feeling it. It could be a little trash. It could be whack. But it's getting good and stuff. Because if he is throwing out the knowledge or the concept of Grand Dukes of Hell, legions of armies, and this and that and stuff, that's gonna be good. Because the captains, most likely they have no choice but to get stronger. No choice but to get stronger, because if you think that they're gonna go toe to toe with the Grand Dukes of Hell or a president or one of the kings, you bugging. Because most likely there's gonna be generals. There might even be knights, and most of the people from the Dark Triad, like Xenon and Dante and I forgot the female's name, but those three was already enough to solo what they said, I think a country. I think that's what they said, like they country level or some shit like that. So they can solo the Clover Kingdom if they want to. Xenon can do that by himself. Dante 80%. Well, see, he lost, so you can't really. He can still okay. Like, argument is if Asta, and Yami wasn't there, yes, he can do it and stuff, but. It's getting really good. And like I said, with these hints about like angels and gods and stuff, and that the elves is, I guess, communicating with their own god or whatever, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in and stuff, because it's like a lot of facts, and most likely it's going to be the big war that's going to go down. So the elves is going to help out. They're going to redeem themselves after the whole Eye of Midnight shenanigans. They're going to have to help. I would love to see them fight the devils. It's going to be freaking good. Boys, it's going to be freaking good. That's why I said, yo, Yuki Tabata, I got to give it up to this man. This man's he's been putting in that work. But, yeah. But before I go, check out, I got the merch. Check out the merch. Join the Discord. I got the shirts up. Sexual Shock to Your System. Those shirts is up and ready to blast. Hoodies is up. So go cop that merch. But yeah. If you like what you heard what you like. Please subscribe, share. Do all that wonderful stuff. And I catch you later.